way.
Okay, meeting will come to order.
Yes.
I'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Espinola?
Here.
Mr. Booton?
Here.
Mr. LeMay?
Here.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Here.
Mr. Tully?
Here.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. O'Hare?
Here. Okay, Mr. Tatsias, anybody sign up for public appearance?
Once again, no.
Okay, school committee communications, having none. Bill Doe, report for the student representative.
Organizations and clubs. Greater Lowell students successfully collected over 1,000 food items to donate to the End 68 Hours of Hunger program. Congratulations goes to Mr. Miglior's homeroom for collecting a total of 97 items and Miss Dixon's homeroom for coming in a close second place with 94 items collected. Members from both Project Purple and Gay Straight Alliance attended the Youth Leading Everywhere, Abstaining from Drugs conference on Friday, January 9th at LaSalle College in Newton, Massachusetts. This conference helped to empower participants to reinforce healthy decision-making skills. DECA students from Marketing and Hotel will be competing on Tuesday, January 13th, snow day January 14th, at the Radisson Hotel and Conference Center in Chelmsford, Mass. from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. On Sunday, January 25th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., students from Greater Lowell will be participating in the 5th annual Empty Bowls event at the Living Water Center for Hope. The culinary team will be attending and serving one of their homemade soups, while other students will contribute by decorating and donating unique handmade bowls. All proceeds to benefit Living Water Center of Hope and the Lowell Transitional Living Center. If you would like to attend, the event will be held at the Living Water Center for Hope, located at 10 Kirk Street in downtown Lowell. The Robotics Club will be attending the 2015 New England Bot Ball Workshop, which will be held in the Nerve Center at UMass Lowell on January 23rd and January 24th. The Bot Ball Educational Robotics Program engages middle and high school age students in a team-oriented robotics competition. At this workshop, students will use science, engineering, technology, math, and writing skills to design, build, program, and document robots in a hands-on project that reinforces their learning. Athletics. Girls basketball has played strong all season, compiling an overall record of 62 as of January 9, 2015. The team recently defeated rival Shawsheen in a hard-fought contest 58-50. Boys basketball currently sits at 5-2 as of January 9, 2015. The Griffins had a big league win over Shawsheen on January 6th and will be hosting Greater Lawrence in a key league battle on January 13, 2015. Wrestling has wrestled strong all season. Some highlights include a 5th-place finish out of 19 teams at the Wayland Holiday Tourney, as well as a win over Cambridge, Ringe, and Latin on December 31st, 2014. The swim and dive team currently sits at 3-2 on the season as of January 9, 2015, highlighted by a recent victory over rival Shawsheen. The cheer team has been supporting our boys basketball team all winter, as well as preparing for competition season in February. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bill, thank you very much. Did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, approval of minutes. We get the minutes there. Got minutes. Okay. Okay. Motion in order to approve the minutes of December 18th. By Mr. LeMay, seconded by Mr. Booton.
Mr. Espinola?
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. LeMay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes. Motion passes. General counsel here? Okay. Okay, Treasurer, we're gonna motion to approve the expenditures in the sum of $3,077,827.32. By Mr. Tully, seconded by Mr. Bahu.
Motion to waive the reading. Mr.
Motion,
Tully?
yep, motion.
Dave Tully, Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes. Motion passes, and a motion to approve the expenditures in the sum of $3,077,827.32. Yep, Mr. Tully, Mr. Tatsia, second.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully? Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes, motion passes.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask a question about the minutes? I apologize for not asking sooner, but I believe when we came out of executive session, we spoke about possible outcomes for the one-man, one vote that we were allowed to speak about.
Yep, yeah. Next item on the agenda is the one man, one vote.
No, when we spoke in executive session, we came out and in an open session spoke about some of the conclusions we spoke about in executive session so that they could be considered public.
Yeah,
And I know some of us have gone out and spoken to other people about the one man, one vote and a possible solution for it. I'm not sure.
So you want me to amend the minutes to,
Am I right?
We didn't vote on it.
We didn't vote on anything, but we came out and spoke about it. And by speaking about it in public, we're allowed to talk to other people about it.
There was a brief discussion after executive session on one of the options.
Should that be in the
Yes, right on,
minutes, revise them to say so that nobody was breaking executive session?
Yes.
So
so it's a report on the,
it's probably best to make a motion to amend the minutes to reflect the discussion after the executive session. We'll bring them back to you next time.
Okay, so I'll make the motion to amend the minutes to show a discussion about possible solutions to the one man, one vote.
I'll second it.
okay, motion by Mr. Booton, seconded by Mr. Bahu.
Apologize for not catching that.
Okay,
sooner.
roll call.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes, motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Next item on the agenda, a report of the superintendent director.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Counsel?
Okay. Well, I thought that would cover,
So General Counsel will be here
Yeah.
shortly. He'll be requesting executive session at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
And my report. So my report, hold on one second here. My report, I have 3 items to report on this evening. First of all, I'd like to just publicly thank Stacy for the great job she does bringing us up to date with what's going on with our students and some of the great things going on in our school. Just a quick update, the boys basketball team was 5-2. They're now 6-3. They beat Lynn Tech. But then the other night, they lost the heartbreaker to Greater Lawrence. They were ahead by 2 with 20 seconds to go. And Greater Lawrence hit a 3-pointer just before the buzzer. So they lost by 1. But not to fear, the next night, which would have been last night, or 2 nights later, Coach Kane actually arranged for all of the kids to go into the Celtics for a trip to the Celtics. So last night, they actually, I saw on Twitter, they were on the Celtics Instagram, all of our kids. They went in early before anyone else was allowed in, and they got a picture. I think it was with Avery, one of the guards for the Celtics. So they had a really good night last night at the Celtics. So some really great things going on with our kids.
Mr. Superintendent, I was at the game, and it was one of the most behaved games I've ever seen in my life.
Now, that's great for kids to be able to go in and take us, and for Coach Kane, it's just such the effort and the extra time he puts in, both with, the soccer team and now with the basketball team. I mean, I want to talk about dedication. He does a great job, as do all our coaches. So I just wanted to add that, as well as thanks, Stacy. We're also very lucky this evening. We've got a couple of students from our early childhood education program, along with their teacher, Miss Willie. And they've been doing some fundraising for a organization called Lucy's Bus. And I don't want to tell you too much about it. I want them to. They have an easel up here with a poster that they put together. And come on up and tell us what you've been up to. And thank you for taking the time for being here. I know you've been here all day, so we really appreciate it.
I have a few flyers about our program, if you just want to pass those down. That's a paper I wrote about what Lucy's Love Bus is, who Lucy is, and on the top in blue is a personal quote that she said.
And our special founder of Lucy's Love Bus is this beautiful young lady called Lucy. And you can pass this around. Sadly, Lucy is no longer with us.
I'm going to tell them about Lucy's something.
Yes, of
So
course.
Lucy's Love Bus is an organization that provides alternative care for children with cancer. And it's some therapies that insurance doesn't usually cover. So it's things like art and music therapy, karate lessons, therapeutic horseback riding. And so their motto is kind of taking care of the children until we find a cure. So it's, kind of helping their spirit more than just the medical part of it.
It keeps their spirit alive.
This is a boy that we adopted named Brody, and all the money that we raise goes to him and his karate lessons, so he gets to take his mind off of the struggles that he's going through.
So the girls have raised over $500 so far, and by having this partnership with this boy Brody, the money that they raise directly goes towards him and his therapies, which his choice right now is to participate in karate.
And we did this by running bake sales and selling cookies for like 50 cents, and it's surprising how much money we've made.
Can you talk about your poster over there?
Over here, Sarah and I made a poster along with many pictures of many cancer patients. And like Miss Willie said, it's really just allowing them a lot of therapy, like massages, art, and music, and it really puts a smile on their face when they're going through many cloudy days, and it really takes off the stress and what reality really is for them.
We wouldn't have been able to take part in Lucy's Love Bus without the help of Miss Willie and Miss Pedro, who sadly left us last year to go participate in a different school. And Miss Griffin, who also helped us integrate support this, because without Lucy's Love Bus, I realized that I could help out more in the community more than I ever thought I could.
And it was a great opportunity to meet Lucy's mom about 2 weeks ago. She came to our school, well, more than 2 weeks ago, like maybe a month. But she really talked about the whole thing, and we had more of an understanding, and we all grew the ideas of wanting to go further with it. A lot further than just bake sales, and we want to do concerts and car washes and hopefully more bake sales, and just really get involved and hopefully find other kids along the way.
Early childhood and Lucy's Love Bus really showed me who my true friends are. I created my group of friends based off of early childhood, because I wouldn't have never met my true friends without
it. But we wanted to get involved because we are in early childhood, and our job each day on Shelf Week is to go into the preschool and really teach the kids and brighten up their days and start them for what's further into their lives. And even if you're in a bad day, just walking into the preschool and seeing the kids, it really makes a difference in your life. There are so many children in the world and so much to explore, and just making a difference in their lives really fulfills yours, and it's an outstanding opportunity to be in early childhood.
So Kara and Adina really were the two to start getting early childhood involved in this, and we started last year with one bake sale at an open house, and,
50 cents.
for 50 cents.
We baked
Um,
all night.
And they've done, yeah, they're crazy bakers. But we've done 2 bake sales this year, and, you know, it started with these 2, and then a handful of their friends in early childhood. And then when the founder of Lucy's Love Bus came at the beginning of December, there's a picture of us in the newspaper, but, you know, we had 30 of our, you know, students from early childhood, so they're really great about being proactive and getting everybody involved, and they're so excited and have so many great ideas of what they want to continue to do, that they get everybody else excited and on board. And Stacy's joined us too. Stacy's in early childhood, so it's great.
It's life-changing.
Yeah.
That's the word for it. That's the exact word. It really changes your life. And I came into the Vogue thinking I'd take health, but I fell in love with early childhood, and I really want to continue my life pursuing this career.
It really shows you how much you can bring the community in when there are people from different shops hearing about what we do. There was a freshman right now in health who came up to me a couple weeks ago and asked if he could participate in some of the like fundraisers that we do. He asked if he could have a flyer, like an application. I'm like, we don't have applications. If you want to just volunteer, then I'll keep in touch. So.
Teamwork. We need all the help we need.
Yeah.
Because it really does make, like, knowing that we're making Brody smile and his life is changing right now is just a great feeling inside your heart.
Yeah.
Knowing that he gets to take his karate lessons and really not look at the bad side of his day. Knowing that he has cancer. And I can't imagine their lives and what they're going through and their families, and you really want to get involved. And not only are you helping them out, but you're helping the families and their surroundings out too.
It's not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We just want you to know that you should be really proud about the things you're doing, and we want you to know how proud we are of what you're doing as well.
Thank you so much. We would be
thank you.
nowhere without Miss Billy. We really wouldn't be.
Thank you very much.
She puts so much time and effort into the Lucy Loves Bus, and she really helps us out a lot. And in shop too. I love it.
Thank you.
If I could, I'd just like to add a bit for Miss Willie and Miss Griffin for the job that these kids are doing. Great representatives of the school. And how do they find the time? In my spare time, I officiate a few games, and who do I run into? Same girls. Thank you.
So there's really some great things going on at Greater Lowell Tech, and it's not just about high stakes testing and academics. It's there's a lot more to the education that our kids receive here, as you can see. Second item on my report is the last meeting you voted to amend the hiring policy. So I indicated to you that I would amend the hiring policy as directed and bring it back to you for approval. And I have a copy of it in the report.
Move to approve the hiring policy as amended.
Motion by Mr. Tully, second by Mr. Tatsias. Roll call.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
And the last thing is, each meeting I bring the cooperative education numbers to you, and included in the report is the co-op report. 183 senior students participating in work-based learning, representing 36% of our senior class who are out in paid positions, transitioning into the occupational career majors that they're studying here. And that's my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Report of the business manager. Mr. Garabedian.
Yes, good evening. First item, I have just some updates. The first one is the school's transportation contract. I had mentioned at the last meeting that we're looking at renewing the fifth and final year with North Reading Transportation, and that's based on the CPI, Consumer Price Index, for the month of November. which came out around mid-December. And this year, it was a 1.6% increase, which, based on that, is about $26,000. And I'm asking for the committee's approval to renew the contract for the final year.
Okay, motion by Mr. Lemay, seconded by Mr. Tatsias. Mr. Booton.
Mr. Garabedian, we spoke last month about it possibly going down because of some sort of circuit breaker with the new gas prices that are lowering.
Yeah, we have a fuel adjustment clause in the contract, and I've also been in contact with the owner of the company, and he is providing the information. But looking at the numbers, this is diesel. Diesel prices haven't fallen as fast, as the gasoline has, but it is beyond the threshold where where we'll see a kick in to the district's benefit with the month of January.
So I thought diesel has come down about 10%. It was about $3 a gallon before, $3.50. It's now maybe I'm thinking home heating oil. It was $3 a gallon, which is the same idea. It's going to follow along, and now it's down to $3.65. So a little more than 10% decrease.
With our adjustment clause, it's a 15% swing, up or down. So once it gets beyond that 15%, in our case, from the certified price, it's about 59 cents, and it's.
So was last January when we did a certified
No,
price?
it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
And what was the price of diesel back then?
It was almost $4.
Okay, so if it was $4 back then and it's down to
about $3.20.
I thought it was $3.05.
$3.05
and Drake it.
So if diesel,
so
if it's gone down 15%.
Once it gets below the 15.
But it was based off $4, so a 15% off of that would be 60. It'd be a 60-cent decrease, and we're below that now.
So this month is when we'll calculate the offset to be credited back to the district. It's based on, you got to look at the mileage that all the buses travel during the month, divided by, I think it was a $7 mile per gallon factor. So there's a formula that has to be done each month.
So is it not increasing 1.6%, or is that the net increase?
No, that's the increase for the CPI only.
Okay.
The contract is a dollar amount going up by the 1.6%. The fuel adjustment is a separate factor.
Okay, so if we went out to a different company, they would be basing it off of the current price,
Correct.
not $4.
Correct.
Wouldn't they be able to offer less than a 1.6% increase? Because if we were based off of $4, I didn't realize it was $4.
Yeah.
For the last year, it's been at $3.50. So they've been basing it off of $4. The price has been $3.50 for at least a year.
Yeah. I don't know if it's been that long.
Diesel was up close to $4.
It's been a few months that's come down,
Yeah.
but not a year.
Just the
Last
past
year at
few
this
months,
time.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
My point is, sending it out for bid, I think because the price is so low, I think it would be more beneficial for us.
The
The other factors, obviously, are the wages and benefits of the drivers, the cost of maintenance on the buses, as well as the cost of the buses, and the diesel cost, which we have a clause to adjust with, is a small piece of the bid.
And an important thing too is there's not many players out there. Last time we went out, we had 2 bidders, and one of those companies went out of business. Well, they're not in this area anymore.
Last year, the current contract company would have loved for us to go back out to bid.
Yeah.
Because he was kicking and screaming that we were going to renew. We were going to take advantage of the option.
I think one of our other communities have the same company, and they
we
did go
can
out to bid last year, and
So-
I think they had sticker shock.
Can we go out to bid, and if we don't get a lower bid, keep this company?
for the final year.
I don't know.
I mean, you can put out an RFP.
What's that?
That would open them up, right, to put in a different bid?
I'd have to look into that. I don't, if we go out to bid and the prices are higher and then lock in with that current price,
Why wouldn't we be able to stay with them?
When do we have to notify him whether we're renewing this?
well, the
Taking
renewal
advantage of the
option is now, you know, obviously based on this CPI. I would think, I mean, for budgetary purposes, I would think, you know, to go out within the next month.
Okay, Mr. Bahu?
Mr. Garabedian, to Mr. Booton's point, how often do you guys, how often does the school look at the actual cost of the fuel that is?
You know, we look it up on the websites and monitor it, but it seemed that the diesel has just, in the past month or so, started to do a downward climb, you know, downward.
And do we have constant discussions with North Reading Transportation about, you know, we notice that there's a price
Oh, yeah, that's part of the
decrease
thing. I mean,
in the fuel?
Yeah, and that's part of discussion that each month, that's what we'd do, is we'd get the fuel price at the end of the month and then go through the computations of how many miles, divided it by the $7 mile per gallon to determine the adjustment, you know, of what would either come back to the district, or in times where prices are rising, we've had to pay additional dollars. So it goes both ways.
Right, so the contract is based on a 15% decrease in fuel costs from the day that we signed the contract.
Right,
And this
4
hasn't
years ago.
happened
4 years ago.
until right now. So
Right.
the question is, will we go ahead and save 15% on on that part of the contract, which is the fuel expense, based on the cost being reduced?
We're only gonna save on the difference from the 15% down to whatever it went down to now. Like say, I think the threshold is about $3.50, no, $3.40. So if it's down to $3.05, then it would be that 35-cent difference per gallon that we would factor in as our fuel escalation.
And the good news about this, realistically, is in these 4 years that we've had it, fuel hasn't increased 15% either, so we've had a small advantage in that.
I mean, it's been pretty much right in that line.
Right. However, now it's decreased so rapidly. So
Right.
I think, again, to Mr. Booton's statement, it might be worth going ahead and getting some type of conclusion on this. Before we go ahead, would you like to hold this vote, Mr. Booton, for 1 month to see what type of kickback maybe North Reading Transportation can indicate that we may save?
Yeah.
So that we can understand, you know, going forward, you know, what our new cost would be on fuel, or their cost would be on fuel, and how much we may assume for a savings.
Right,
Would
and
you be
like I say, I don't know how long this dip will be, you know, in 6 months, it could be going back the other way.
Right, and they may be uncomfortable with that, but it is written in the contract.
Yeah,
So
oh, yeah,
if, you know,
that's-
if they do their due diligence,
Right.
and, you know, we do our due diligence, then we may be able to satisfy this moving forward and probably renew it, you know, at the next meeting.
Mhm.
Would that be okay, Mr. Booth?
Well, it will take more than the next meeting, but I will get on it right away.
Mr. Garabedian, if I
Yes.
could, they're using December 17th as a date that they calculated their figures, but if we do it that way, going back and forth, is this a situation that you could go going back and forth every month? How would you handle that if, let's say,
Next month, I'd get the fuel prices
Yep.
at the end of the month.
Yep.
And again, apply the difference to the number of miles
okay,
driven,
and
you
the
know.
following month, if that changes, you're going to change again?
Correct. Every
Okay.
month you
All right, thank you.
monitor it and make the
Yep,
adjustment.
thank you.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I would also just like to add is, and I think it was touched upon last month, is when we went out to bid initially, we extended the age of the buses, the bus fleet, to like, I think it was 8 years. Because we wanted to try to keep costs down for the districts. And this company, NRT, brought over a whole new fleet of buses for the district, I mean, last year. So our buses aren't 8 years old. They're, a couple of years old. I mean, Mr. Bahu even commented on that. Obviously, the newer buses that you require in your contract raises your cost. We had an opportunity where he had the new buses and he swapped out the older buses.
Mr. Putin.
I appreciate Mr. Bahu's questions, which brought me to another question. So we don't get the difference between $4 and $3.05 now?
No.
We only get the difference between $3.50
and wherever it goes
could
down.
be $3.05, and it's adjusted every month?
Yeah.
Okay, that I didn't realize. I thought we were basing this off of numbers 4 years ago. With that being said, I'd be okay with going forward at this point if it's something that's done every month and we're going to capture any type of savings now that diesel may be even going lower.
Right.
It's not just as of today's date.
And that was the purpose of the escalation.
It's an automatic fuel adjustment clause that's built into the contract that happens monthly.
I didn't realize it was monthly. I thought it was yearly or back 4 years ago.
So that way neither
I think that protects the school and I'm satisfied.
Mr. Lemay?
George, we're seeking this approval here on the fifth and final year. Is that?
Yep.
Is that the norm that we've usually done over the years?
Yeah, we've gone out for a 3-year contract with the 2 annual renewal options at the discretion of the district. So it would be when we go after this, if it's voted tonight to go one more.
You say discretion of the district. Do you mean the committee? Or?
Yes, it's at the sole discretion of the district, correct, school committee.
And we usually look at the fifth year around this time, the last year.
Each year,
was it because of the fuel? Because the fuel, all I drive is diesel,
yeah.
So I know what diesel has been.
No, we had a 3-year contract, and last year at this time, the committee was voting to renew it for the 4th year. That was the first renewal year, and it was based on the consumer price index from the previous November. And at that time, I think last year was 0.9%, and it was voted to renew the contract. So that we're in year 4 now, and this is our opportunity to renew it for next school year at the CPI, which was 1.6% increase.
I'm pretty comfortable with the percentages as outlaid here and what we've just discussed. So I'd be in favor.
Okay, Superintendent Bourgeois.
Just one other really important factor is that we're getting exceptional service from this company. They are doing a really good job. There's not a lot of complaints. There's not a lot of hiccups. The kids get picked up, they get dropped off. So I mean, that would be the primary reason that I would be considering not renewing, is if we were having trouble with them and we just wanted to get somebody else in here that could give us a higher level of service. But I think George can attest to the fact that their responsiveness and their level of service is exemplary as well.
Okay, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Bourgeois. So back to my point of the fuel cost, Mr. Garabedian, I can support, going ahead and renewing the bus company's contract, but I would like to see something maybe in a report next month that indicates, what we paid for gas in calendar year 2014 in respect. Just so that we can see the savings.
I can show you the adjustment. We don't pay the fuel. We pay
of course,
the contractor.
No, they pay the fuel, of course.
But I can show you what the computation came out for the month.
Sure, what our savings are. Would you mind giving us the computation, let's say, for the last 6 months?
Well, there hasn't been one because the price didn't reach that level to kick in.
And it hasn't moved 15% since the start of the contract, is that correct?
Right, it's been until recently.
Okay, so now it has moved 15%.
Right.
So why don't we go ahead and see what that savings, will be? Because now the contract's going to read, as far as I know, if gas spikes up 15% or more, then they're going to go ahead and be able to increase some more fuel
What they would
charges.
do, they would, if it was above a certain, if it went above 15%, then we'd do the calculation and we may owe them like whatever the difference is.
Sure, and that would be from this current time. As long as they're going to move that based on that 15% reduction, then, you know, if gas spikes up all of a sudden, then we might see a 15% increase. Let's take a look at what that
Yep.
15% reduction is, you know, in a
Yep.
report next month, so that we can identify, you know, how much we're saving the district.
Will do.
As well as, you know, so that we can know moving forward, because they have done a wonderful job. The fleet of buses looks great. I noticed that they pick up the kids up every day at the exact same time. I noticed that there's no kids standing in the buses. I think the bus drivers are courteous and they're very consistent, and I'd just like to see if we can assume a savings based on a contractual arrangement, then let's go ahead and take a look at that and be happy with what we have.
Will do.
No more discussion? Listen, just one quick thing on the buses. I think the buses are doing a great job, no complaint. However, occasionally when I see a bus go out to a sporting event, it doesn't necessarily have the name Greater Lowell Technical High School on it, but some other, you know, and there's a little pride in our branding of Greater Lowell.
Yeah,
if we could get all Greater Lowell buses
They-
transferring our kids, we'd love it.
When I hear that, I follow up with them.
Yep.
I know we have spare buses, they might just say
Yeah.
North Reading on the side.
Yep.
But the majority of them
It said-
have our name.
It said one of our competitors' bus on it.
Yeah.
Okay, any other?
Doesn't say Shawshene.
Yep. Motion is? To renew, motion on the floor to renew the busing contract. Seconded by Mr. Tatsias.
Mr. Lemay.
Yep.
Mr. Espinola,
Yes.
Mr. Booton.
Yes.
Mr. Lemay,
Yes.
Mr. Moran, Mr. Tatsias.
Yes.
Mr. Tully.
Yes.
Mr. Bahu.
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare.
Yes, motion passes.
Thank you. The second item was just the budget status on the FY16 preparation. First round has been completed. I've met with all the department heads, going through their budget requests. I've updated the salary information into the Munis system, and we're starting to schedule meetings with the superintendent and the principal and the department heads again for a second round of budget meetings, which will be starting, actually, I got one tomorrow and next couple of weeks. And we'll just continue on in our development and hope we get some news, from the governor over the next few weeks.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Garabedian, do you think our school budget will be the same as the construction project, under budget and ahead of schedule? Wishful thinking?
Yeah, no.
Question for Governor Baker.
There's going to be approval of transfers.
Thank you.
Mr. Tully?
Just one question.
Yeah.
Judge, the question on cutting the transportation.
Yeah.
What's the status of that now?
I think they're working to see what the new governor's gonna do.
So I forwarded a opinion from
Right, we have
Mars's
that,
law
right.
firm that indicates that they're in agreement, that they do not feel the governor had. It's their opinion that the governor did not have the authority because there wasn't a correlating cut to Chapter 70. So I believe where that's at this point is the executive director of Mars is trying to schedule a meeting with the governor's folks just to see whether or not they can resolve it without actually having to, file suit. So I believe that's the meeting that's trying to be set up at this point.
And we don't have to make any sort of cut or adjustment for the current year?
I'm gonna wait and see how it plays out.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
wait and see how it plays out at this point.
Okay, thank you.
Hope for the best.
My next item is I have a list of transfers totaling $102,020, particularly to fund one of the contractual agreements that were just settled last month and to fund a couple of the others that are in the process, in negotiations now, just trying to get that taken care of, as well as some transfers to various departments for items recommended by the advisory committees.
Move to approve 102,000.
Okay, you're right. Okay, Mr. Bahu made a motion to approve the total of $102,120, seconded by Mr. Booton.
If I can make one correction, the next to the last item, for $16,000, I have it listed as athletic official fees. That account number should be 0001-0726-24204, and the heading is Phys Ed Contracted Services.
Okay. So we're just gonna motion as amended?
Yep.
All right.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes, motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Joshua.
Thank you, Mr. Garabedian. We have on the agenda old business, if there's anyone that wants to bring some of this up right now. If not, we'll
Move we pass over the old business
Motion.
items.
move that we pass over old business by Mr. Tully, seconded by Mr. Tatsias. Roll call?
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes, motion passes. Having nothing on new business. Okay, moving on to no committee motions at this particular time. A report of the subcommittees. Approval of the December 18th, 2014 Greater Lowell Tech High School Building Committee Report. Motion by Mr. Tully, seconded by Mr. Booton.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes. Motion passes.
We have,
This is the building,
yes, we have to do the two votes that were made in the,
I read that?
building committee meeting tonight.
Yep.
And the first motion is for the approval of the KBA amendment of $5,699 for roof design work.
Okay, motion by Mr. Booton, seconded by Mr. Tatsias.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes, motion passes.
The second one is to approve change order number 5 and consignment contract amendment number 6 in the amount of $108,630.50.
Okay, by motion by Mr. Tatsias, seconded by Mr. Bahu. Roll call.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Okay, motion passes. Do we want to go into executive session with our,
Motion to go into executive session for
okay, we're going to have
litigation?
a motion to go into executive session with our general counsel in reference to litigation.
And I believe there'll be a discussion after,
We'll come out of executive session after.
into open session.
Yeah, we'll come out into open
For a
session.
discussion and a possible vote.
Yeah. By Mr. Bahu, seconded by Mr. Booton.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes, motion passes. You want to take a 2-minute recess, or we want to go, all right, 2-minute recess, and then we'll rejoin. Okay, meeting back to order.
Mr. Espinola?
Here.
Mr. Booton?
Here.
Mr. Lemay?
Here.
Mr. Moran? Mr. Tatsias?
Here.
Mr. Tully?
Here.
Mr. Bahu?
Here.
Mr. O'Hare?
Here. Okay, motion on the floor?
I'll read my motion. I'd like to motion that we adopt for our charter number 4 of the weighted vote, chapter 71, section E, of the weighted vote by population with a quorum adjustment as proposed on a letter dated December 29th, 2014, and a letter from Attorney Gonzalez.
Seconded by Mr. Tully.
Just a clarification, it was
section 14E rather than section E.
14E, get that,
Thank you. 14E.
okay. Okay, motion
Miss-
is, go ahead.
Mr. Espinola,
No.
Mr. Booton,
Yes.
Mr. Lemay,
Yes.
Mr. Moran, Mr. Tatsias.
Yes.
Mr. Tully.
Yes.
Mr. Bahu,
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare.
Yes, motion passes. Gentlemen, just,
Next motion?
Second motion.
Second motion? Representation.
go ahead.
Curtis?
Mr. Lemay?
Motion
Motion to appoint Mr.
Executive session.
O'Hare.
by Mr. Tully, excuse me, by Mr. Mahu.
Okay,
You
go
want
ahead.
to read this?
Yeah, please, go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry, I thought you were,
They have to read it.
Authorize Chairman O'Hare and Mr. Bourgeois to represent district at the court-ordered mediation session on January 29th in the year 2015, and any subsequent mediation settlement discussions, and resolve the issue based on the 2/3 majority vote taken on 1/15 in the year 2015.
Second.
seconded by Mr. Booton. Okay, on the motion, roll call.
Mr. Espinola,
Yes.
Mr. Booton,
Yes.
Mr. Lemay,
Yes.
Mr. Moran, Mr. Tatsias.
Yes.
Mr. Tully.
Yes.
Mr. Bahu,
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare.
Yes, motion passes. Gentlemen, if I could have your attention for 1 second, just wanted to bring up another possible, I don't know if even we have to make a motion on it, but is it possible, or do you folks have any problems moving the next meeting up to Tuesday, February 10th?
What's the original date of our scheduled meeting?
It's the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11th, 12th.
February 12th?
Yeah.
Okay, I would have personally no problem with it, but I
Okay.
think it would be best to take a roll call vote.
All right. Any problems? Motion on the floor for a roll call?
To Tuesday the 10th?
I think we're going the other
I'll
way.
second it. You need a second or a first? Is he, Fred's doing the, need a second in order to have a discussion, so I'll second it.
We're having a discussion, we're voting on it. Okay, roll call?
Mr. Espinola,
Yes.
Mr. Booton,
Yes.
Mr. Lemay,
Yes.
Mr. Moran, Mr. Tatsias.
Yes.
Mr. Tully.
Yes.
Mr. Bahu,
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare.
Yes. Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Booton, seconded by Mr. Tatsias.
Mr. Espinola,
Yes.
Mr. Booton.
Yes.
Mr. Lemay,
Yes.
Mr. Moran, Mr. Tatsias.
Yes.
Mr. Tully.
Yes.
Mr. Bahu,
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare.
Yes.
Did everybody get
Motion passes.
Yeah.
Short meeting, I don't know where our meeting.
Good,
Good night.
good night.
Good night.